Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The film begins with three siblings, two girls and a boy, all in their late teens to early 20s. They are in a bathroom, listening to a cassette tape. They listen attentively as the audio tape contains the words they will learn that day: sea, motorway, excursion, and carbane. However, their definition and the example of the sentence are entirely irrelevant to their real meaning. As the audio cassette stops playing, the youngest daughter, short-named Youngest, suggests an endurance game in which they will put their fingers in hot water and whoever stays longer wins. While they think about what to name the game, their father is in a car with a security guard named Christina. She's blindfolded the whole way until they reach father's house. Father walks Christina to the room of his son, Tommy, where he leaves them alone. As the door closes, Christina and Tommy remove their clothes and get to the bed, hiding and seeking their hormones. 2 minutes later, after pleasuring him, Christina talks to the eldest daughter, short-named Eldest, who notices the sparkling stones on her headband. The word sparkling sounds foreign, so Christina explains that they shine like lights in the dark. Eldest seems so fascinated by Christina's sparkling headband. The conversation continues until the rest of the family join them. Christina informs everyone that she needs to go, but before she does, she agrees to be a part of a video that father films. Christina awkwardly forces a smile while being filmed as she knows what lies this family holds. Father pays Christina for her sexual service before giving her the blindfold, so she will not know the house's location. As the days go on, the family's routine gets clearer and evidently disturbing. It turns out the siblings have absolutely no contact with the outside world, and their lives only revolve around the house and garden. They must also wear semi-formal outfits during dinner. They tell father everything they need in the place, and he will get them outside. One night, while eating supper, the siblings report to father how many stickers they have. This implies that good behavior is awarded stickers, while bad behavior is punished with physical and verbal abuse. Father castigates the girls for not trying hard when Tommy wins again. As a reward, Tommy selects tonight's entertainment, which is watching a recorded video of their family. The following day, after washing his father's car, Tommy goes by the fence and talks to someone behind the bushes. Mother notices this through the bedroom window and informs father. As punishment for throwing rocks at his brother, Tommy holds mouthwash in his mouth until he can't take it anymore. This reveals another disturbing lie. It's revealed that the siblings are made to believe that they have a brother on the other side of the fence who tried to leave before he was ready, with whom they communicate regularly. Later that day, the family waves goodbye to father as he leaves with his car to work. As the gate closes, the siblings look up upon hearing a plane passing by. Eldest comments that if it falls, she will get it. This earns her a slap on the face from mother. Whoever is deserving will get it. Meanwhile, father passes by Christina at his work. He works as a manager in a factory. On the other hand, the sisters play a dangerous game to pass the time by. Youngest puts anesthetic on 2 handkerchiefs they inhale until they pass out. Later that day, father lies to his colleague, who asks about his wife's condition. Apparently, he had told the colleague that his wife had been in an accident and was still recovering. The colleague says some empathetic words, which father ignores. Hours later, mother locks himself in their room before contacting father with a telephone and informing him that Eldest has been having problems with her belly. Unbeknownst to her, Eldest is outside the door, eavesdropping. After work, father visits a dog facility to get his dog back, only to find out that the dog is still in training and cannot be returned to its owner until it's complete. Before returning to his home, father stops by the road, rips off the label from the water bottles, and puts them into the trash. Later that night, father and mother wear headsets before heading to a hormone section. The following day, mother leads another game. All 3 children are scattered around the house with blindfolds, while she stands in the middle of the garden, counting the time loudly. The siblings follow her voice until Youngest finds her first, followed by her 2 siblings. This means Youngest is the winner. Later that day, Eldest sneaks into the kitchen and steals 2 pieces of cake, which she tosses over the fence to feed their invisible brother. Meanwhile, father fetches Christina on his way back home. While in the room, Tommy refuses to pleasure Christina sexually. Pissed off by him, Christina gets on her all fours, signaling Tommy to get the humping over with. After letting him finish, Christina enters Eldest's room and locks the door before telling her something. Eldest agrees to pleasure Christina between her thighs in exchange for her headband. This behavior adds to their daily routine. So the following day, Eldest asks her sister to lick her shoulder in exchange for the headband that Christina gave her. Eldest refuses to say that she got it from Christina, and Youngest ignores it as she seems intrigued by the sparkling headband. Meanwhile, mother contacts her husband again, asking him to stop by a shop and get chocolates. Hours later, Youngest lies on the grass as she watches Tommy play with a toy airplane. Minutes later, Eldest tells him that the toy isn't his. When Tommy replies in a bad tone, eldest forcefully steals the toy and tosses it over the gate. Tommy can only look at the toy on the ground, as father is the only one allowed to go outside. As he returns to the house, eldest suddenly appears from the kitchen and slashes his arm with a knife before running away, splattering the white interior with his crimson blood. As punishment for her sadistic behavior, mother repeatedly punches her in the head and face. Fortunately, youngest knows first aid and has wrapped bandages around her brother's wound. While by the pool, she suggests that Tommy could have asked their father to go get the airplane toy for him. So as soon as father comes home, Tommy asks him to get the airplane toy outside the gate, which father does with his car, not to step foot on the ground, because that's forbidden according to the rule. One day, while father is away, a stray cat manages to enter the garden. Unfamiliar with the creature, Tommy finds head shears before attacking the cat. The sisters can only cling to each other in fear as Tommy kills the cat. The mother immediately informs father about it. Later that day, before returning home, he cuts his clothes before pouring blood on himself. As he returns home, father informs the siblings that the stray cat has torn their so-called brother apart. He goes on to lecture them about how extremely dangerous cats are because they eat human flesh, especially children. So to prevent it from entering their house and garden again, father trains them to bark like a dog, a cat's nemesis. Mother even joins with the training to make it more believable. After that, they pay tribute to their invisible brother. Another endurance game they love playing is pretending to be drowning and performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Meanwhile, while watching a Daniel Cece horror movie, mother informs her husband about her pregnancy and happily adds that she's carrying twins. Father informs the siblings about this and the possibility of sharing rooms with their yet-to-be-born siblings. They are evidently not happy, as they will have to share their rooms. Father knows what to say and tells them they reconsider having the twins, and they might not have to share their bedrooms if the children behave better. Later that night, youngest pleases her sister's thighs, not caring if they do not have anything else to trade. The following day, father comes home and puts fish in the pool while the children are inside. Youngest is the first one to notice and inform him about it, but father pretends not to know about it before removing them from the pool. Later that day, before eating their dinner, father tests his children's memory. They recall his lectures about being a child needing to get their dog tooth, which is canine teeth on a person, before they are allowed to leave the house. They need the car to leave the house and be safe outside, but they can only learn to drive once the right dog tooth regrows. Apparently, these are all lies, because dog teeth or canine teeth are permanent for a human. Eldest changes the subject and asks mother what a girl's smelly oyster is. She has seen it on a videotape on top of the VCR, so mother has no choice but to come up with another lie. She gives meaning and explanation of the word, but they are completely unrelated to the real things. The following day, after their routine hormone game, Christina goes to eldest and asks her to lick her inner thighs again. Eldest refuses and unexpectedly demands 2 Hollywood movie tapes in her bag. Christina firmly declines, as she knows what their father will do if he finds out she has given those tapes to eldest. However, eldest threatens to tell their parents about the sparkling headband and the licking. Left with no choice, Christina agrees, but tells eldest that she will return for the tapes next week. Eldest gets on her knees and starts amusing Christina between her legs. On the other hand, mother lies to her son about the real meaning of the word zombie. Later that night, father wakes up after hearing faint noises from the living room. On the other hand, eldest immediately removes the videotape from the video player and pretends she has difficulty sleeping. But in fact, she's watching Hollywood films. The following day, eldest starts quoting the movie dialogues and even reenacting action scenes. Even when bonding with her siblings in the pool, she uses Tommy as a practice tool, taunting him to fight back while hurting him. Although confused by her sudden change of behavior, Tommy does not return to hurting and distances himself instead. However, the sudden change in her behavior gets reported to her father, who beats her up with the tapes. Nevertheless, eldest continues to behave that way. She even wants her sister to call her Bruce, presumably one of the film characters. Meanwhile, father goes to Christina's apartment and punishes her by repeatedly hitting her head with a VCR. But he's not done yet. Before leaving, he curses her future children to have a bad influence and develop a bad personality for the evil that she has caused in their family. As Christina will not be coming around anymore after what happened, the parents decide to let Tommy choose one of his sisters to become his new sexual partner. So the following day, the sisters enter the bathtub naked with their brother, who seems to enjoy it much with his eyes closed. Shortly after, the mother prepares eldest before leaving her with Tommy. Eldest does not bother to hide her uncomfortableness with the situation, so Tommy initiates another hormone game with her, disgustingly. But eldest is extremely uncomfortable. Once they are done, she starts quoting threatening dialogue from the movie to Tommy, who can only stare at her in confusion. The following day, eldest sneaks into her parents' bedroom and uses the foreign tool to her, which means the telephone. She dials a number, but immediately hides the telephone back as she hears the ringing on the other line. As a performance on their parents' wedding anniversary, the sisters get to perform a dance while Tommy plays the guitar. Youngest immediately gets tired and sits with her father's permission, leaving eldest performing alone. However, she's far away from being shy and starts dancing to the choreography from the movie Flashdance and seems to really enjoy it when mother interrupts, seemingly concerned by the provocative dance movements. After the celebration, eldest sneaks into the bathroom and knocks out her dog teeth with the dumbbell. She endures the pain and celebrates, believing that she's finally ready for the outside world. She doesn't even bother to clean the blood on the sink and runs to the car trunk to hide. Soon, father discovers the blood in the tooth, prompting him to nervously search for his daughter outside on foot rather than in car, which definitely violates the rules he made up. As a result, the rest of the family bark at him, treating him as a threat. The following day, father goes to work and leaves the car unattended in front of the factory. The frame then focuses on the car's trunk, but does not open. This implies that eldest might have possibly lost her life due to lack of air and blood loss. This Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.